Abisa for da sesamonya bra me dan ho akwaba fe ye de Ghana nkomo no ebremo nanso ansana no happy birthday nkoma Mrs. Bernice Padmore Wood of Tesano Church of Christ awuti so tuum Capital Hills ene wa woda enti eja kwabna ne abusuafo ni nyina eswe nyaminshira edema ena happy birthday nkoma little Isabella Adom Donchiwa Nyakpo awenya 4 years ene efiu maame ne papa na afi auntie akusua sapon ehwo a wo se nyaminshira ede amawo. Happy birthday to Aretha Carly Hoffman Owoka Prize ene ye wawoda ento sister Cynthia ne Mary ene abusuafo ni nyina se Aretha nyame enhirawo ene nia opese wo ye e wasase so nyina na belated happy birthday enkoma Helen ya ofa ene MP for Asante Achem North. Yes, Asante Achem North. Honorable Andy Apiakubi. Na numenda ya wawoda. Ye pono. Ye po critical issue no ya ma. Ena me signing off wenti mi anye nti me share ni bo se ne me ya ma no nti ye Helen na ofa ni Honorable Andy Apiakubi. Belated happy birthday. Eno se ne campaign manager nso ye ne yere. Enti Mrs. Apiakubi onso wurase wo chia pa na no no ba ye no me hye ne kasa enti wantimi anchiachia m timi a mese me ye adwuma ni nyina enti adwuma ya nso na ma ye yedam ase afi Ghana nkomo aye ba bedie no ene ye hwe nkrata ni mu a COVID-19 asem no ye ntimi nka ne ye nkasa ya bere ya ka bro so da bi etwa se ye ka ebri mu anura mampani ankasa ene Ghana fo asen akasa biem na waka asisudua se yade no sede na ehya ase no moma ye table fo emfifi mo no ye nyina ye ba be ye se virologist to se health you kakra ye health students kakra enti brofu bi ba ye see mutation and say aboa no o mutate o dane ne ho enti se awadane ho amafoforo bi aba ne new variant bi aba a enokra no ebi aba Ghana hanu amampani ekache se ebi mu fra kwanto mu de bi aba ama sabre kromo wo isolation na wo kan sa ye na edu ba bi wo se mo ani hyehyeye ne so na mo hye a ene lockdown ena ebeba enti ene ye beka ni nyina abom na ye di ho nkomo fi se nkrata ne bi nso di abase enipa bi no enda so anyi ni se yade ne wo ho ofro ka microphone hye nose mask no wote se na eja kwabna kra nra ada ne encounter okonya ye wo pizza joint bi a ai se Veronica bucket ni suo na nso nim bucket no kwa de se nka ye bucket na ye barrel bi a esi baabie na nso de ma no ye Veronica bucket ne ye ma menu nim de na wo de pipe share hu na wo de nsuo gum ho no enti nsuo ni mu a I wonder said that say Veronica bucket na che se am for fele anti vero ye ne botaye na wo de baaye no enso sa e na e koso enen so nkwada yi bi school yi a wo mo bekoi ye be den na ya ensure say wo mo ebe edin hyehyeye ne so kama school mpanyifo beboa teacher fo beboa mankwada no edin hyehyeye ne so kama niama na esese wo no msaka no nti GS wo mo de akọ me ne prof ka so se ye ma ye ho mo dọọso nipa be 10 million enti huebe na wotwe no obi anya ne de but na wotwe no so no mo fiti school na so kan semba akọ se esese obi anso dwen onu anapomuden ho kane nti se abanya mfa ma o se he ko school na wukwa aban so de sanitizer beba nti se aban amfa ma sa no na ye ka ne sen na ya ye ne den omo de guidelines na ba school aye bie ye se motofo no totofefe wafo no man ko school amitifie no ko school betwe wo so no ngoma so no ana o ma me ani achifo na so do no woni na mu bi sa afo no huebe 12 no wo mo apon na mo me fi primary papa no kosi JHS ne de 2 something sa interval no ede an ye be ya ye de ebebo ankwada ni nyina ya asem a ye bedi ehon komo ye see this week anhwe ya na ye de ye ministerial list no an appointment no aba betudwa Saturday wote se na ye bon critical issues so na Professor Jampo kure kasa na sade kura a cherry dodo ade mampani ye nyanto aba ma okura no wo shadow ones wo no mo a why skeleton ministerial appointment wo and 4 years ago catch so I'll hit the ground running I see walking and also jogging and a list nya maye ya swearing in so still my na manfo for year list ne mama mpani enim se wono aso no what test no say anopa kura ba ku bia me bisam say yes e de asomasi kwa mo say ni nyina aka de nkrofo gya egumu no ho ti mampani wa mamamfo gya egumu dodo enti na watwi de ene ye hwe kwan enti we ne nsem a ye bedi ho nkomo si ye hwe kwan de awo no hwan na ho hwehwe no e wo ehefa anfa bra ye be kan ama so ade de obi a lobby enti you to lobby lobby bi ma wo MP na say wunu bia wo su say wo ye party ni ba no e Ghana ni a say all inclusive dia onu so betumi aboa enti say hwan na ye de no ko he be boa de ba ye be kenkan ma na omo test waters no omo fa nka ho and omo throw in those list no omo fa nka ho na no so emra metum ebi Alhaji Nasir Mohammed ye National Communications Officer NDC Zongo Kokos ababet na sedada na Honorable Eko Vincent Asefua ye MP wo Otafo kanenke be ka say PRO ma Ministry of Education se ya idie nyame adom bre ya graduate nti ye be ma ne tri nkwa se wakonko de ne pa ene oye Honorable Member of Parliament for Otafo constituency Alhaji machien
ye nua
se na wotwetwa mu mihia o ti me de official pama
o Saturday ya me kai pa na mesume tonkra menim se what yana
ye be kan no wachi yidin me ana me pese me how but wo no ya pese o tete me
o dey say asem dey senior
ye be kan wachi sa wo de nkra no fa achiri enti ye be kan wachi
o man fa achiri o me ka ti o so kan kire o
enti ye be kwa kan o
oh there be say we dey na be bisa say
o pese o kan o pacho fa na o se den
o dey yan to aso
Honorable member Afishiapa
Unya ba fe ko
uti nkwa na wa hye tuntum o wanye
ene ye chairman odene ho
okay
ye kwabre ne maame emse wa free mu nti ene ye nyina beka His Excellency the Vice President Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia dumienu ya na yakọ akọchia ye abusua afin so so ye emse nene da edikan a mabaha na ene so mabaha so de okan mabaha on a different note na mamenka na memfa nhye eye media for nyam especially Despite Group of Company na de bia obi anim so ya amanyo semwa de se wonya panyine bi wo eye amanyoku na odom mu ansa na watimi ayedai so watimi akọ mentorship is not just about political godfathers but me kan we ama ye na ye hunu the kind of moi eye Despite Group of Companies de aboa eye me Vincent Ekowasefo Junior mete ha na emre bi atwam ya wo de obekai Saturday programs na moye no na one of the best programs and let me mentor the youth I mean young ones Saturday morning programs political programs and amoye
and ya dan na be no critical issue first no na Adekye Nsroma Saturday nyina na ye
na start free
okay
no Prince Obimpe na ofre ominia na obeba issues ni say ono akra be guide as to how I will go about it and say kofo nim baby start free we started from here UTV.
Okay.
Na ye manage say ene nsumasa baha ye ba be disankomo. Nti be de nase anasa for family de nase e de ma ye UTV for any Despite Group of Companies. Ye na ya kese amasapon kuma wan kasa nso and everybody who gave me that opportunity to make sure say you able to me adan ho adi e de a kire Ghana na MPP for nso hunu say you able to me abo mo nuntina from 2017 almost my say akonya ye de ekoboa with the Ministry of Education and I know say we discharge our duties diligently with the Ministry of Education.
Oh we hold you now ya ade ye frɛ wa na ofa na oni edi nkumo oh no credit enye say ye ntwen ma wo nkwa ansa ne akata obra ide no ya ade as PRO pa de anadwo anopa wia ye ne ebi o say me hyeda nye shoba wo de ye beka ho asem tie so ye ba ye mfa wo say onye hwe ne ye de be wo say de ye de wo say de information ya pa me nkrofo
but I'll miss the Ministry of Education honestly.
You did for me I think you did well as a PRO what say wadwuma na say Yes, a friend na me call office na me ho na madao. PR there, I mean, you should always be ready. Yes, yes.
No pay you me friend.
Yes.
But the other say, "Oh, Juma di amadi, so going forward."
Yes, yeah, that's. Any penny na na one kaye. Ebinum kra ho no we obesan kra betel one say me wa no nka da se wona ama me akwanya. Ah prince we share bi da. Ebeka chen say me wa no nka bi da se wa mama kwanya. Enti a grateful heart and so de eye se waka me kra nka menim say sa na de woni prince mu kuku.
Yes.
Port no mo no. Why ade se wakai eye. Se wakai so nti ye bekoso agbo chidom se nyame so nhira na o ma wonko woni ye bompa ye bebo bia ma nipa wonka ye de na se yesu kra pass da na se meboa ebinu wo ho asa Saturday program ya anso afa de eduru ba bi no omu ni prince atwede pipe adofo adani atamfo
yeah
yes odo
menua echo Vincent wayade e bona baso I mean very good. Say Obehu young, enterprising, dynamic politician. Na okunini.
Okay.
Won't assembly bia emfano. I mean it's inspirational. And senior okano. Okunini mununso. Onhweni. Politics is very large. Me kokopok ketwa me wo edemano no.
Okay.
Onhweni politics is very large. Enti
sa very large ya okay and now otiase.
Oh, well, obeti ase as we move on. It's me bona baso na mabo onkrofo no so omoto aba e ma no. It's as say ono so ebe kire bibi kakra at least from where he's coming from now or the bibi foforo bi abeka ho ma oman no akoni ni. Nti me bona baso. Say sign bomb empire say ebia na menso next election ebia ma betina ha no na wabo me honorable member of
oh why not me sumo ye beka bia ma ododo
me sumo no yes wo bom pa ye ma obi a na wa bom pa ye ma ho
yes
then yankopon beje mpa bo no a na waje ni nyina
afra no kre eno ano no ai eno ano
ba ya ma menchi a ye utafofo ye constituency
utafo okay utafo
chairman ni party mu nyina ye ba masofo mechiamo ye tafu zongo mechiamo pankro no zongo mechiamo
what you adwuma ya se de maba honorable member say honorable pacha asem we yesi wo concert ai ma wache mechiama pani mechia hwane 10 minutes
na asem na sa
na bre ya shasi ba maso tafu zongo hefa macro
macro yes senior chairman sa but four corners yes so from for now so can Pankrono estate for so can wash a family area for Pankrono omu na me cho bi and scoreboard so for like
who ni to was
baby a obobo kono na me bi say o say Pankrono
yes Pankrono
na
Pankrono to say easter so for line west yes
yeah. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I don't know. I just go and come, but that area, no.
America for nation because when you America, when you cry.
Oh no, but do you know what? Apparently, Nkovo Bebre were outside of movie say I'm brother from Kumasi and I'm bank cry. Because of the tree now, American. Yeah. Apparently, I lived in Accra all my life.
Oh, and
keep post back and stuff.
Yeah. Honorable member, Yema Wakwaba, Enche Alaji Naziri, so Baba Count. Obanso ayesu ebe boana manaba
na me kanu enu kra na me be kanu amuri na yan kan kire prince nso se no boa kasi boa yesu ya ta
prince
na ana amwa no boa fa kope obeboa ni nyina me nso me hia amwa ni bi omeboa me hia bi
kasi mo ye bi ntina oti hey
ana ka kire no prince se be dem etum
na se wo kewa prince boa papa yi papa yi what Yo, yenya bom komo anaya sere kakra wie di afei yeni ene Ghana nkomo na semba ko ha ye pa COVID na anything COVID no we need to look at it enti miti do alaji le di kan by alaji COVID cases ekosho na me ka say last week ye be call I think Friday no na ye ba week ni na new cases ye 191 eche ye tiba kakra ba be 187 185 Nsroma me no na fe dru 297 enti ekosho doctors ni nyina etu enfo ka say ekosho last week kra de gye me kan say ye nti afutuo na anhwe ya ye be call lockdown Nsroma mampani be ma update ono ananum to what say ampa ekosho new variant ni bi nso aba ebri musu ye man su be school ya kaso kra no just say ye nhye no mask we are not doing any of the protocols yenya ni dey
many chair sombo ebema ahwefo nyina the kind of say unim COVID is very very bad. I mean hard dream but ade ba ko COVID mo amape and say obi asore waka e wi ase afa na nyina esanse bibia ba ama saade no is so serious say it doesn't give room for mediocrity. One man when yambre. Now one chere wonim die. Ene keka ho anko nenim ententem a. We are seeing na obi abehu. COVID agu aman ahuwo bebre enimu ase. COVID aside so abekire yen. Se ewiase na yetena mu to say be do mpempenso bi ye nyina ya ostriches to say ade no da ho a ye be jai no elevating the trivial at the expense of more important issues and ye nyina ya tia say to live in a country where ye nya womo o mo be sesa bola akohhehye no no eye dancing say ebia you live in a country without an indigenous engineer. So we are making today that is what COVID has proven to us. Because engineer no be to me akofo obibi aba akraba amana be ye dwuma ma ene ne ekeka. So having been exposed to this reality no ye signs so ehu amanhovo anamuntu omutu in order to fight isa yare we aba to say eha ewiase nyina no sa anamuntu no yenhwe amanhovo bebre am say to go back to a lockdown Germany na start here say womo hwe senia nyoma no esi kono a because womo track record say among their peers womo oman a womo tumi bo omo hombode ma yare no entumi anha adwenye within the sub region na womo free mu no womo de to omo adwemo say ebe kwa ba no COVID de womo betumi ye bo aman hobro a womo tumi bo omo hombode a womo pese ye bo Germany ka ho enti ade no ye ma yenzu ye nyina ye ti asese ye the science and data and they deal with COVID. COVID ye kasakasa keke wo to be better and ye hu propaganda and ye hu kasakasa nsorenko ye science and data.
Yeah.
Now that same science and data no and then ma hu say yare no koso na wo betimi aba lockdown. Na me bisa me hu fundamental question. Inti yare no koso no ninti na ye breaking your schools anamebwa.
Yeah.
And now obi abeka kire yen omampani ankasa edumi egina ne nan so beka kire yen say yare no ekoso ma yanhwe ne ya lockdown kura beba no. Ba ne sign na nkwala no eko school. What science and data? And I two every science and data no. Ye ko ye ni mo no so.
Me te wase ana chesenka you are not for say schools baby.
And yet we are not for science and data and am I call lockdown. Science and data and am I omampani ka kire say yanhwe ne ye be call lockdown. Science and data and a kire yen say enkwala no ni say omuko school. Yes I yare no betre. And omampani what you are basing on to talk. I want to believe strongly say science and data. Science and data no a wo ka kire say between the lockdown crowd and yanhwe ehun ye no. Di nti na enkwala no e school. That is a fundamental question. Here the science and data. Now, young boy, young Kuala Hubai. What do you know to Nchenya? Now, we can't continue just talking in this country for talking's sake. You to me, and not the next 4 years, like we did the previous 4 years. with talking kasa anu gbegbegbegbegbegbe na ewie yetina oman mu ha ama oman panyin ehye ye mbo say hospitals baako 88 ye disikato ano afe no abekọ ewie ye no ye bewie ama ye na covid-19 hu solutions ebia ye benya bibia ye de nkofo beto because today ye ka say asem a doctor for no e ka kire ne say bibi kra ye de nkofo ebeto ama ya hwe wo mu no ebi ni ho esan say ne aye wo kakra no e nyina ayema o man panyin bo hye no hye yen a year ago say in 1 year obesi 88 hospitals are ebebo ama yakoyinimu no journalists politicians asofu malams imams ahemfu omampanyin ahye yembo yese yare no egba biom nti obi antumi mbisa omampanyin asem no a wo kaaye no we di so na wo kan wonim se wontumi ye e na wo kaaye anase wo kaaye e na be de wo kaa se wo ye biom e san se wo nke about Ghana for anase day e na asipotin ame no wo e kasa sisi yi nobody is able to look in the face of power and catch say what mfutu egu yenim aka say wo be hit hospital so ba kokra nim a ene me no wo ai kasa yi wetumi aye that aside na masan bisa me one very important question yeti umai mu ha ena omampanyi eni omampanyi ebedi ekire ebeka kire yen se wo mu de Ghana sika kotu anamon bi a ebeboa ma yeku atia yare covid-19 eno ne den sika na yede kotu tracker mu se wo mu tracker ye be tracking nkofo eni senia nipa no wenye bia ye betimi hu nkofo wo de wo mo kasa for the past few days ya ko track wo mu nyina de wo mo abama te se yare no yatumi aso ase tracker no ayira ya tracker no ayira
Pacho, what try access tracker no way nyana.
This tracker no was supposed to help us. We shouldn't have been going into this situation with the tracker because the pani ba you know. And tracker need my also you know. Ni pani ba you say we anya nti ye tracker no ya tracking kwofo na wo hu omu nyina immediately ye tumi aso mo ase na say test bi na ebe ye wo mo a ye tumi aye test. We saw it in this country. Emira corona ba ye na amanfo movie me hu covid-19 pickups no ne ne keka hu say amanfo movie helter skelter morning evening na ye hwehwe traces contact traces ne ne keka hu e ba ne sen ene ja na corona na ko. Can't we be serious for once as a country and say we can live among our peers and do things so distinguished? Senior the campo bi be ye na de bia ya boga na abaso ano de bia ye betra ha e na wanye e na MPP ye e na NDCC e na simple issue yan kupon kasa boy ho ban the disaster ACC work amahugwo mu a wo mu wo sika sin yen wo mu wo technology sin yen wo timi boy ho ban yen so ye bo aban no en hihye ye amanfo komoti wo mu tena dem in order to conform with a buying directive. Yen nyina ye micro. If you say you to me and sana yare no kwa yen nyina be nya asomdwei ama ya akoyenim. And that ye kasa che yen ya. You see one more mu free amanone no edi bi baaye. Men ka se mo bi free amanone ba Ghana. Ati Ghana for abrochire. Mo ba ha wo be fie. Whether you like it or COVID or leave COVID or ban fie into obesi no kwanse manema. O so oba so unya meka no nimum ye ma ye ti ase se nhihye bi wo ho asa nhihye no wo be test within 2-3 days test no very active stress mu no ansa ya ma kwan ma watena play mu abagana wo be do airport so a ya test foforo inti Nsroma bisa Ghana fo woni anna wo mampani ankasa nka kire se wo mu di free abochire ba ye no wo mu anya test ni biara e wa abochire ma yenhu se wo mu osa yare ni bi e na wo betena plane mu ana wo yare ni bi ama yenim anso wo betena plane mu anso wo ba ha e na yenso ye test And I test now mudi every abrochire ban.
Not to hold brief, but me Jane say ofia abrochire Albano say even if Otna flight in him for just 7 hours, anything could have happened. And you can find say be of London Bagana. But say one must straight flight. That's a coffee fa baby airport ho any other. Enti obetimi are contracted on the way. Enti na oba say a sign year test irrespective say who kita results abeka so me this me embarking or baby I'm free ba no me test abeka say no it doesn't matter once you are disembarking you still do it not yeah sure.
I'm not against the test. Me I'm test na me against. I mean it is one of the stringent measures. But may be some fundamental logical question. Will be beer or shame. Can also think about it. Then we can all come to a conclusion. Say, oh man, you be ko edi man say e be jan be here, you be to ye. Ni American say nipa no before but won so ni area because wo catch and say COVID test no cry 1 week I won fa no. Emba Ghana. Into woman no miracle to be within 48 hours. Sa test no should be as genuine as within 48 hours. Na test say we be here all ba Ghana no. Ya test won so woni bi. Well, transit, baby betime si ni ne ekeka. I don't have any problem with that.
Okay.
Baby betime si nti na wo san so ye o take preemptive measures say ono so be do ha wo ba gi ni sika san ye ne test I ensure say nipa no oni bi ansa wa ma no ati esikrom ni ne ekeka ho. But the questions now maybe say very good. Indeed, sa we ni nyina ye ansa omo de yare no eba. Na if you want so ye bi say ye ho say everything being equal. Me ne wo yeah, what contribution have we let our guard? Yes, we have. For the man for
all right.
We've let our guard. Yeah, we can go to me trotro. I mean, right now go on the street. I'm on for the trotro more. Woman shama. Yeah, Juma were officers because if you take the characteristics of the second break now, I say one more a Juma enclosed places officers in the Ekeka home. Sa spread no this time no eho and spread it.
Thank you.
So motina paku and in the ekeka ho.
My honorable member Nsroma, me sure some questions are raised you know. He will be the best person to answer na fe dia ka o dia to us. Meantime no mago say o chiao. Na honorable mago say o ma utrim kwa say oni mago. Margaret and say o classmates or say men can't say congratulations but don't do NPP politics. Speak the truth. Speak only the truth.
May I attempt to answer some of the questions and hypothetical questions. I mean, Nasiru now will be some. Now before then,
but the name is Naziru.
Naziru.
Yeah.
Okay, so
from 2020,
not S, yeah.
All right. Thank
from
you.
2020, ABC across the globe, undeniable, say His Excellency President Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo. He has been one of the presidents across the globe. And the responses to COVID-19 is well acclaimed. Yebeka at a point when other countries now more dreaming about the fact that the economies of the world he came out boldly to say as a nation, or no they know how to make sure say economy say you bit me resurrect no. Ne mum se nipa ewo de untumi enko resurrect ewo. Na sa science and data no na wo bisa no. Minyaba last week His Excellency the President ne Ghana for bedi nkomo. Yemu say ho say at that time na the cases ani ewo wo mem ha no na ete say because we share the report a free Ghana Health Service Ebanwa. Just last week here na the surge in the numbers. You say every day numbers na call well over 200 a day. And across our 16 regions, we have 13 of these regions are on recorded cases.
Is it 14 or
13? 13 of these regions, which is a clear indication. Say, yari no baby afedi ekono. Ekosura wase asomai. You to be dealing with this challenge. And the science and data no say. As at last 2 weeks on Mampenyi in his 21st address on Ghana focus the numbers were not as huge as we are seeing today. And on the man kwai a man to me announce it to the Ghanaian people say KG primary school, your Babeku school, junior high school so babeko, senior high school so babeko, and tertiary institutions so babeko. Nemum no, because say nim say ye mrantie ne maba we ko schools mo a ye social distancing no make ka ho no say ya nhwe ne yi a eno betimi ama numbers na kosunti no. As a president of the nation, okay, say in our various senior high schools and junior high schools, ye provide a BBA friend nose mask. E di amount kodani nyina. There to to bio a Veronica bucket. Ye demand all schools across the country. From last week, metimi aka e di asisudua say we've dispatched all these things across the various regions. Now, we share the kind of transportation systems, and I said most of our districts, and be the some of the challenges at the time were you ran telling about when you be a school last year, and what we are going to do is say districts, a big some become normal and term. There are some districts in so almost uncommon normal term. Now those districts are almost uncommon normal term because of the challenges from regions to districts. The Ghana Education Service said the Culture District Directors and say at the time where a chair no man no ho ne de e bi crowd so
how much and every bank
and make the time when we be schools last year
form 3-4 no
form 3-4 no because there are some of the schools are Veronica buckets no say and say and untino say we are one of the schools just in case you are affected by transportational difficulties and as a regions in the normal district into a difficult you have to make sure say how no money bo you make them available. What the kanka say Ghana Education Service Director the kanka say one kasa one so as a human being and as a person no I also hunu say one kasa wo ye di and as wa pomuden e ho behia hwe as at last 2 weeks the number of people are no mania COVID-19 was well over 55,000. Omo ya discharge omo so no about 53,000, which means say we have active cases of just about 1,700 and something. Which say the active cases say now if over a week adia about 900 within 1 week we have almost doubled it. What it means in this house of mine, we need to make sure say our health services and as a health directors ayo majuma ye and nothing His Excellency the President Adekye say all institutions are testing over the weeks and also over the months we realize that some of the institutions omundim ran so into so said be obinya COVID impa because of the system and I say ye dey am almost say so obi tested positive you need to make sure say what they are question most of them were not doing it. His Excellency the President Adekye say everybody and I say every institution I also making sure say some information now say odekono what they are say there be a man betumi dealing with such a situation. Now one of the challenges I work as on my enforcement. Share executive instrument 64 no. And ne onam makola, onam tudu, onam kejetia, onam adum. Ya ma menom ne ya papa no mo asebi omo ya adwuma wo makola and tudu. We can clearly see most of them are not even in the nose mask. Emra started the enforcement last year. Police and other security agencies for you to be able to enter just also nose mask. What happened? What it means as a nation we are failing, we are letting off our guards. So this issue should not be about MPP NDC. It should not be about the fact that president a time where
so one can MPP but
questions then may try to answer questions
one adentina nkwala ko school because cases ne ko short no mo betina fie no na cases ne ye show say be pija na achase e ko show and na two mampani can say obesi facilities be more hospitals ne infection disease centers or man who 1 year and also akosi saying
right. And the tracker.
Yes, and the tracker. What the data and the tracker?
The data and the science, what can one say? And we make sure at the time when Mampani addressed the nation, so what did be a yes what were the numbers? That is what I'm asking. At the time when we be a school, bare 2 weeks ago, the numbers was not up to this 1,700 active cases. At that time, no, the numbers was a little over 900.
Okay, so Obeka Nisadia, first of all, at the time Mankolani Befienu, not active cases near say it was less than 1,000 like that. But last year March and Momo Befi. Then again, any new Kobema updating when who's having numbers no is going up. No, he could have said, okay, Munjai
when we signal the President ma signal in his State of the Nation, no, and answer his address and he said, "You are not telling about no Mukosku. No money. How many months somebody at Tenefi? Now the how many months somebody at Tenefi it has affected their education." And for the continuation of them to be in schools, you know, it lies in their own hands. What it means, they say, the rules and regulations say, "Dia shamunsa na say dia to say mundiso no." So mundiso dia, then we can be in schools. But someone diso, na say the numbers and na say cases are yenya Ghana hano. Say ko piemo the various schools dia, then the president will not have any option than to close down the schools. And he has already given the warning. He did not necessarily have to say we are closing down schools. Yesterday, all that he needed to do, they say, we need to live with the virus. Virus, they say, about betna yeho, any year babetna, but any year babetna no. As a nation, what are we doing to make sure say any virus in the etna? So if we are going to live with the virus, then the World Health Organization, the rules and regulations and as a procedures are we following them or not? If say schools don't follow them,
we should let every other group start working because pubs are not working, cinemas are not working.
I'm not inauguration on the 7th of January. So I just sit no. My family ne adofo free Kumasi by. Na on the 7th no. Omu decided say yanko baby kakra nko tenase. Na one of them from Kumasi so Atila Badi beach opeso okoshe ho keke. And I told them say oh I mean our beaches and pubs are already closed. But she was very insistent say ono dia ono opeso okohelp no kra keke. You know some of our Kumasi people.
I get you.
And around 9 o'clock
Anajo.
Yes. Okay. I drove them to Labadi beach.
Okoye what
happened? No a hot chain. Just a nipe guho. And I asked myself, I thought, no? Yes, in the night, 9 p.m. Labadi Beach.
Maybe
I didn't know, but I thought some people were saying
not Labadi Beach to be specific, but some beaches operate.
Yes, 9
and I told them, say no, Nko Beach. I was your sister, me touched it before, say, former Coco Beach. Yes, I don't know, but beaches are working. And then I like the question, very valid. That's what so for now, say.
That is what I was talking about. Enforcement has been our problem because Emrano executive instrument 64 mudada.
So
say one show nose mask is an offense to the law. What I say, beaches are closely, so Ubia is an offense to the law. What is the security agency doing? And not make us say, where is a national issue? Yeah, His Excellency the President Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo.
Yes, beach in about de La Boma.
La Boma
beach.
Oh, we know maybe.
Mooning baby among Kana, we are near Wakokache for no
very
baby.
Say, yeah, say IGP ni security agents, I'm paying for share. Yes, Nsroma. Especially because there is a new variant.
But told to say, ya go mrenimu. And the other thing no more to die.
I know they are for them to answer. I cannot answer for the security agencies. But yes, they should go to our various beaches, our pubs.
Okay.
These beaches and pubs are already open there for 4 years, Juma. And the total disregard to the usages of our nose mask in vertical buckets, and no cry as if and say, I'm sure in this idea with Juma. New variant here, baby, and no crumple baby harmful more than share before last week. Was severe conditions, we're just about 33. And now volume about 120.
Yeah.
More critical condition, it was 0.
And about 33.
It should tell you.
Monitoring guys for
say Ghana for Obi and Adrian say, you say you're raining, which I've been hearing. But you'll be saying, you're Arabian, and all that, Adaroma. For us not to go back to a lockdown, which is going to affect our economy. The gains are His Excellency Nana Dankwa Akufo-Addo in penny from 2017. You to me choke as far as the economic growth is concerned, inflation rate in this annual na COVID-19 be boom. If we do not take care, we may have to go back to partial lockdown, which is Excellency the President. Any kind of 1 year.
Thank you. Alaji Srese, Alaji Pacho, yes.
What
Pacho de.
Be tiro obo say na juna ye wo multiple continent. Now omo dey see say if we are no person omo be ya na say I don't know.
Well, I went me area, and as at 11 o'clock, they were still there. 11 o'clock.
I think that's one of the major steps. But you see, we're COVID-19. Let me be very real.
I didn't think the person there for boning in our mind. You must so man for no
security agencies.
COVID-19 issues, you know, is beyond reasoning. Sir, mamia, ebia what may be sport kit will be our tons. Potemi be another area. That is how she lives, and no, and the audience survive. And I say, "Mo be uncle, yes, I did. Maybe you're tiffy. If you'll be betting me abeto, Eddie Apofi,
okay,
and I'll be bisa. But who can the category of customers now? One more Mukonya 2 cities are no more beto, you more no and she will be denied this money for about a year now.
Yes,
and she me drink, especially when you are one more running drinking sport in the Ekeka. Their businesses have been affected hugely. One category of people, I mean, say stimulus packages are buying by year. Look, there are most of them in most of our areas. We know what they went through. Yeah, a permanent do BBR. You will let your guard because a permanent
yeah.
So
Nazu, no clear woman say. So okay, say come on day until you let off your guard. At the time we went for lockdown for about 3 months or more, say be almost pay and said on when you be you know. No so because one kwa ma wonya bibi ni o there are most of our young men and I say young men
that is what I'm talking about.
Omukọ adwuma na omukọ bibia bedi o so wan kwa adwuma sebi de obedi krampo ye
alaji se safo ni identify omo na omo se ma stimulus package ni bi nkomo omo enye ta kopem se obehu se or alternative means of livelihood no obeye de
the issue of beach you know the reason why with regards to beach in particular I don't have to because beach in your place I'm over crowd at a time. It is wrong. A buying sim will be anchor for the science and data.
Beach in some
they are just working.
And I'm not sure sebi.
Sightseeing.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But sightseeing, they will be talking and a little closeness.
We don't encourage it anyway.
Okay.
But maybe even the beach, giving say Meko Beach,
yes,
and a Meko nightclub,
yes,
in this condition, I don't see why I should get myself into nightclub.
Thank you, Alaji. Me na boating. Why ye na so enye hwe. Obi e wachew ye guso. Pacho ye studio ha. Anope bia ye ba. Ye wo machines ahodo a ye de ebo ha. Ansane atenase and still obi bisa ma no pa no me ka kire no enti ye machine si ha sanitize ye mfra manimo amayen ye pamochew me da ase pa kwesi also no offense but the president lost respect when it comes to COVID-19 when he and his party went ahead to have their primaries. You tell us not to have parties or chill like the way we used to, yet you and your party went ahead to have your primaries. No dear for how long will you be able to provide stimulus packages for most people? No subusako san Andrew is quite saying the power many ampon ota for scoreboard ota for no na ban
scoreboard scoreboard
it's my prayer that your social contract theory will come through. God bless you. A COVID sense as if for sure because then Ben Simon says, my friend Mr. MP, please be careful because this is a very sensitive issue affecting us. Why that amount for a COVID test? I don't know what I said. But JC Emmanuel Behene says from Abeka, as our kids are lacing their boots to go to school today, let us ensure that they comply to the safety precautionary measures as outlined by the government and the Ministry of Health. Here, Starboy says, okay, Starboy no responded to be do baby and then one can say power on page. Felix Taylor says the president said the government will start the hospitals in 2020. He didn't say the hospitals will be completed in a year, and it's just about 6 months since the president spoke about those hospitals. It's time NDC communicators stop the unnecessary and Facebook. It says so. Peace Pogo. British Airways is straight flight. They don't go anywhere. Besides, people do the test 72 hours before coming. Okay, no. Priscilla Boache the pass says, please, 300 Ghana cedis for COVID test, dear. How many can afford this here? in Ghana. Opoku Patrick says, why do you allow this guy to say president talks big? Who said president talks big?
Not the guy.
Don't call Jennifer. Good morning, Sam and Mrs. We're watching live from Osu San Kojo Street. Please, we are facing water problem here. They only open the water twice a week. They said we should wash our hands under running water, but the water is not coming. Thank you. Ghana Water, Moncheke and Famomo. Freddie All says that Freddie A1, the fear of Alan Tremantin made Baumian launched a $2 million COVID-19 tracker. Later did we know the tracker was a scam. Kevin Capone says, this so-called COVID will disturb us a lot. It is not so-called. Okay, so-called. Penaj say wunyeni. Ebenezer Usu says, Tafokofo. We are watching you. Hey, Monsignor, what did you about? Hey, Vincent, we make it back. We are Tafokofo. Why are they? Let me see. They're here now. I'm making kind of a come back. Or Pasco, Nana Kwame Pasco said, please, JDM should put up wasting their money. No, and they can't court us. Until Pasco can be before for and don't let us attack the court issue. Yenja or China update be free court abba. Eric Danko says President Akufo-Addo is very concerned about Ghanaians' health. He's a president who's down to earth and determined we grow and prosper together as citizens and country. Regards to Honorable Frank Anodum, MP for Nsroma. Okay. We'll be here before 9:30. No. Let's see. Ministerial appointment. Echo. Oh, hinanka unya yanga ape.
Well, I'm not sure say.
It is my authority.
His Excellency the President. Yes. Or no, to me under the 1992 Constitution say about Ponte will be into any position. Be that as it may, I am first and foremost a legislator, which I'm so proud. Say me kwa boa me man penini wo Parliament. So there be a normal person year from now. That is 2021 to 2024. No, you be to me Eddie Mujuma Eddie Amano. In the event, so my any additional responsibility,
okay.
Na yasum no ni aboa na majumadi no so akoso.
Okay. Yet it is said this week ministerial appointment by Babontin. Ebinum say ache crowd. In fact, Saturday critical issue. Yene Professor Ransford Jampuno say ache. Ebasa na ebimu yem shishiomo. Na afen so ma amanfo nya kwan de niama betoto to ho na wo mo ma president and due pressure na it is a papa shaha na ubi wa ha santi na Ghanaian time to say hopefully this week it's expected. Well, what's your expectation?
We share a year the standing orders of Parliament, which is also supported by the 1992 Constitution, standing order 153, 154. The committees in Parliament and as a standing committees, known to me free and sign to many committees in Parliament. Critical among them, the appointment committee. The appointment committee, known as Parliament, to me the Sal committee, Nibetuja. Omo newo to me, omo to me, they avert all these ministers. Na the fear that you can't say what Mashebejomuno. The committee the majority caucus, that is the MPP 137 plus the independent candidate, which forms the majority caucus of Parliament.
Okay.
And the minority caucus, which is about 137 NDC MPs, also form minority caucus. No, in fact, the leadership met on Tuesday. The committee of selection at the Ababetuja.
Okay.
Now, formula no edibetu jano HSA 10 for the MPP side and 9 for the NDC side. Inti committee of selection no afena edibetu ja ombesha ase ediomujuma. So that appointment committee
so answer no obi wo ha onim said dem rahwe je fie dwuma die ni city inti committee of selection na wo kan no onim adekro ti pa church.
Inti committee of selection no yemfa no say Nipa 19, which is supposed to be chaired by the Speaker of Parliament. Omo nebe boama committees akani na yede. Yatimi atisa committees no. Critical among them medical can the appointment committee.
Okay.
The appointment committee, as per the standing orders of Parliament 153 154 no. Omo nebe nya hu to me say ministers are. Omo mpanyin di ba betu dwa e wo Parliament. Omo to me avertium. But as we speak, you need appointments committee. So I disagree with anybody. Obeka so omo mpanyin ache. In making sure say the ministers about to. In any case, say Omampani at the point on why the consultations with the party hierarchy, with the Council of State, because yes, enye ononkwa keke na say we okotane dem akofa din akochocho no dia ba. He will have to do appraisals of ministers and so on from 2017 2020 Oma Mujumedi to know say minister we obon homodin emra e man Ojumedi will be a Minister of Education. A man in Jumedi or Ministry of Energy. And Untino said, Messadi Jumedi be question and sa, obey to me a day. Aye. Until all those consultations, and I said, further engagements, or man penny to me, I anybody cannot convince me, say, or man penny. Yes, he is in a hurry, but he is in a hurry to make sure say he do what is right. He ensures say ministers are odombeba to form the cabinet some ministers etumi aboa ama the manifesto I debatuja in 2020 some manifesto etumi edi ho adwuma. I disagree with anybody who says His Excellency the President wache. We don't even have an appointment committee. Nyame ya domo ochena eda benada 2 o'clock Parliament ebetenase, and I hope say with the formation of the committees, and be a Thursday, Friday, you should have the committees formed. So there be appointment committees so be to me as at
there was appointment committee ban sana mampenye list aba na say I could also be say the list be was appointment committee so by then they start. Well, and your casting stone search engineer as I know say but reasonably I think one for us to know say the appointment committee ebe ni dwumadie ansana minister bia yetimi ayedai apase no enti amampanyi betumi
for
akese ne laws kotu ka first so epia no katwi kama pa
san kwanyo
anya kwanyo I don't die you go why
obi Rebecca Lasem everything very clear.
Okay.
And probably no yena yema yebre efa nsemwa edia area betudwa. Yeah. The constitution yemra po no explicit a chire say apanya wo beye mampanyi a odi wo mpanyifo a wo beboa wo ama wo ebu man.
Okay.
San chihye ni mo no so aka chire wo pepe say wo ba no aswafo a wo beyi wo e wo so yi chichemu 70s dunsu anaza eduosun
yeah 70%
parliament
percent and our figures
70%
ti ohamunchemu
ohamunchemu eduosun e wo parliament enti ena emre no
more than half and 70%.
Or 70%, or 70%.
Really?
Yeah, 70%. That is the danger as we have now. In the
article of the constitution,
I don't have it off here, but way now. I don't have the exact quotation of the constitution. Okay. But the point is with that, and no nama will be to serve Vincent this year. What position for consideration than ABA will be only parliament. Yeah. Let me make a point. It's very important. What position who by the virtue of the fact that it's in parliament and president is mandated to get ministers from parliament. 70% of them. In the what position who just like all other members of parliament or move free MPP. But the point, it is a you will be and I say ma we jumano. At dear Ghana for the ordinary Ghanaian would want to see near one so would beba abeka ama omayano accordingly. But Ubisamia Omampeni might not be in a hurry. As I say, as someone the presidency in Ukra is in court. You weigh all factors answer wait to an be because we must be thinking about the country at the end of the day.
But our court no and chess own to me near the SSO because I remember as a Friday granny any ticket didn't call can say once I was signing the BB or ye be our person ye be as will bet me I then I so take a decision be as president say a banner say court ecosygena ye fufu be and as a near madania ain't me and do what he has done or what he will do as a president.
Oh, certainly.
Certainly.
But starting, what the point I may making is as a result of that, now say Omampeni will consider all factors and ensure say and the fact that the situation in Parliament today and yet that of senior Yenimuno say we yi pano na wo de womo akotuja akosoro eba from ubon say nkofo nyina pass it through in spite of the fact to say ye war I mean, opposing sides in Parliament. Woman, I also almost share in Quaffon Kratas or Musubain, Womunim, or Mubibia, any a Jumano cry, the Bemon, senior, Womo, ebitimi a handle, and internet go to the vet, But it is very important. Say, ye beside who say, yeah, one of them says since 1993. Parliament, NDC for one Parliament. Makai say the only party and I can your Eagle Party. MPP for Parliament or mobile quarter CPP, all the other small parties in the uncle. NDC Kwatinasi. Do you know it is on record as we speak? Say a Parliament, and now NDC near ya panel, so on be Minister of Information. Parliament na ye NDC for Parliament, it me and Chushemu. Sa Nipanwa or Mampeni Wallens, if you remember, in the person of Dr. Ekospi Gabra, or converting a BB, to say only voter ID card into a moment and be MP, minister. So only American. Indeed, these were some of the things that AC and maybe a trade more and this actually one honesty and dedication to the tenets of democracy. Ama ebimu ehunu se Ghana ebeko neni. So that is the same thing we are expecting. Say ye ko yenimu no ye hwe ye hu. Speak truth to ourselves. Na ye the best of the best. Na ye womu amra kwan so won bitimi aye bibia ebeboa ma Ghana kanko no akoneni. Na ye ne se bia ya kase ye nyina no ya ade na emom ya kase me member of parliament e bia appointment committee wo hu bebi atochima wa ye din ye nyina ya hwe so wo ye me party ni ene ne yekeka nti da meka ebo Ghana fo kokose esi wo Ghana da say MPP NDC nkwan na e wo parliament 1993 omunipa ye sign pam no say ombra embe so afo eye president eye omunyina omupanyi ene yi no say on be anka say omo betimi afa itire aka say president withdraw this appointment anamwa say na be ya yengu oni ma sene na ekeka ho but ye de ba ye eye bibia ma oko true vet ma ye disqualify no say want to be an ye bi yeah up to today I've never seen such resilience, such dedication, such truthfulness from your members of parliament, appointment committee, vetting committee in the Kika Huna, I would wish, say, we should be seeing such things so that the position for minister and I say a binding will not become a groby keke. Now, the nipa koto within some few months, nipa now causing a huge financial loss to the state, we're causing mess to the party, we're causing mess to the appointment authority in the Ekeka. Let us be a little circumspect in moving forward. I'm very sure, say, and the Ubi Eba Vetia will get the best because the parliament has shown its determination to protect the interest of democracy and the interest of the ordinary Ghanaian.
You now come to show the appointment of ministers from Parliament, but I think that and the time is up.
Who something like 60%. That should be the minimum.
Okay.
But we may have to confirm.
Unfortunately, my search, and the constitution on person obey Juma. And see, on that note, you better want to on. But quick, Evangelist Ishmael Okule says, good morning. I must say that Ghana is doing very well compared to the UK. Here in the UK too, some people don't even wear the mask. Some people are just stubborn. They are. Rachel Dewa says, good morning to my MP from TF, California. Hey, no be hisse, no be there. Mina Boateng again says, did you see what happened? Happened at Takoradi. The president was there. All the people cheering him were not in mask. And she crying. And then Evelyn Brooks says, sister, people should stop comparing themselves with whatever the politicians did during the campaign and think about their own lives. COVID is real. That's my feeling too. Joe Yalsing says, please, I don't know whether churches can meet in classrooms. I said, well, before COVID, they were meeting. After COVID, I don't know the directive. They say, catch a school, I just don't know. When you're 17,
it states Article 78, one of the 1992 Constitution, says that ministers of state shall be appointed by the president with the prior approval of Parliament from among members of Parliament or persons qualified to be elected as members of Parliament, except that the majority of the ministers shall be appointed from among members of Parliament.
So it doesn't give a percentage, or does it?
Majority of the
Parliament. Yeah.
Okay. So
it's in terms of a convention.
Yes,
about 70-30.
Yes.
Evans Kebenya says, yeah, can you have a playback of the political campaign to them? They adhere to the protocols. They made Ghanaians know that the COVID-19 is not there. They should talk about that. If it is surging, the politicians should answer. Okay, so Metumia can unfortunately time na sunti munfa encheme. Inti anopei yebeda Alhaji Naziru Mohammed Ase Free NDC communication team and Zongo Caucus National Communications Officer NDC Zongo Caucus Alhaji Salamu Alaikum and I say you can say Nagode yes Nagode and Honorable Echo Vincent Asefua MP Old Tafo Honorable say that se obaye
Tafo scoreboard for no I'm sending messages omo you brutal
sa obobonu
Tafo scoreboard omo you brutal
hey Tafo California Tafo scoreboard Tafo US Tafo there Momo why na mfanka mu na mo no abochiabo for yes ya da mo ase papa pasa mo ne yetina ye fi no nsia bremu ebepem sabre yi enti ani aso na emom ye de mo si ai sei Adekye Nsroma adwumadi nyame yadom ochina ebesia ba till see ebeba ochina no kai say UTV dwumadi ahodo ni nyina ehhehye so ma it's all about you enti koso a na hwe na wo ye number 1 won say ye pon ye na hoho no mu pie enti o ma hwe o mask no efise ba bi o mo kɔ no afidie no ebi ni ho enti si yesi hye afidie no a na hye efise ahade yesi hye nose mask na hye efise ahade ye wa afidie a esiesie ye mfena manimu a eninti ebo ye ho ban enti se wusi ye hye nose mask a na enye se yen a ye brawuo no ye so mpafenam baby enti sa miri ede ya akrama ye damos